and lethal score.
I mean, he's improving his percentages over the years, especially his three-point shooting. When he came into the league, was not a threat from deep. Now you have got to honor that outside shot. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. 5 to shoot. Here's Wood. They can't stop the run with that one. And finished off by Wood.
And there's a lot of power behind Woods' dunks. He's not going to get cheated when he takes it to the rim.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And, you know, we talk about how Wood has moved around the league. He also attended 3 different high schools. So he's been searching for direction for a long time.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Harrell, he's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes. In for P.J. Washington. Oubre is checked in for Ball. And Martin subbed in for Bridges. And the Hornets call time here. And now Wood is laser focused, putting up all-star numbers over long stretches.
And you look at where he started compared to where he is now. Wood may be one of the most improved players we've ever seen, especially if he continues to ascend from here.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Miles Bridges comes in for Oubre. And it's Ball in for Martin. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
Well, ball movement, I mean, that was one of the keys, to their success that they had last season. Every squad talks about teamwork, but these fellas backed it up.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
You know, the one concern with LaMelo before the draft, Chris, how would he shoot the ball? But he's had no problems with that.
But the form isn't the most textbook, we can all see that. But the results, they're there, plain and simple. Already a capable outside threat. It should only improve.
Rozier with the steal. Ball with it. Matthews covering. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Doesn't go that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. Schroeder against Ball. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And so it's Charlotte rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll get right back to the action. Now in his rookie season, Kevin Porter came off the bench. Now he's in Houston.
You know, coming off the bench, you kind of have a feel for the game.
And when Porter gets out to a hot start, Greg, he's shown he's capable of some big nights.
And finding some success with the Rockets, Kevin. Now it's all about consistency and finding. Ways plays to win games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive.
Look right out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Martin in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Bridges, he's checked in for Martin. Rozier comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Ball subbed in for Bookman. Ball with the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to Miami. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Houston Rockets are rebuilding. And that's a hard pivot for a team that, until last season, was pursuing titles. The new front office has been candid. It's presented challenges as they look to go young and stack up draft picks. They plan to make constant bets on unproven talent as they build toward the future. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And stolen by Harrell. And it's Ball.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Schroeder against Ball. That's tipped. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's 31 points for LaMelo Ball. For Houston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. 13 feet away. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ball's got 33.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
You're not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Harrell. B.J. Washington comes in for McDaniels. Martin's checked in for Miles Bridges. And Oubre subbed in for Terry Rozier.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
As we see all these teams make all these moves to bring in big-time talent, but how important is chemistry between those players once they are sharing the same locker room?
Well, it's funny because chemistry doesn't show up on the stat sheet nor in analytics, but it's so essential. I mean, as a player, you need friends out there. Guys that hold you accountable, support you, and some that you enjoy the journey with.
Tipped away. Outside Gordon. A fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got 44.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
On the wing, Green. Covered by Oubre. A fast break now for Charlotte. And Ball slams it in.
And with that burst, you can count on LaMelo being the first up the court on the break. He won't miss a chance to get out and run.
And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Driving the lane and got it. Another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
1:31 left now here in the second. And yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Green dishes to Porter. Wood against Plumlee. Here's Wood. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. And here's Gordon from outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ball from long range. And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. So an almost entirely new group. Now for Charlotte, and he's got his first chance at the line here. And it's Porter with the ball for the Rockets. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Terry Rozier's checked in for the Hornets. Bridges comes in for Bouknight. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier's got the ball. The feed to Bridges. On the wing, Rozier. Over Porter. And it's Rozier that time on the assist from Bridges. Rozier's got 5 points so far.
Miles Bridges on the assist.
Driving to the basket.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, well, listen, guys, that was great work.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Big-time play throughout the first half for LaMelo Ball. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 rebounds, and 10 steals. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last out. Kenny, your thoughts on the Hornets' first half?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the rest.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You think when a team is punking you like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. Nope. They keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, it could be one of those epic games, but we still have a long way to go.
Checking out the group for Steve.